Your story matters, your voice matters, and you matter. There is so much power in your story and you are holding it back. And I'm guessing maybe from shame. That's the usual one. Shame, fear would be the other. My name is Valerie Staunton, and this time last year I was invited to speak on stage and tell my story about how I survived through domestic violence, but not just how I've survived, how I've been able to thrive, to not just continue, but to grow and shine. And I'm not going to go into my story again as such, but briefly touch on it. Really, this is about a reminder for you to know that your story matters. You matter. And too often we are hiding behind shame and, as I said, fear because we feel that way, but also because we don't hear enough of these voices, enough of these stories. So this is why I'm showing up and telling my story. Now I've got a lot of stories. We've all got lots of stories. I don't just have one story. There are many, many little mini stories going on in my life and have gone in my life. Now, the important thing is to remember that where you are today is not the end of your story. You are the author of your story and you can continue to write your story until the day you die. So when you look at it that way, how do you want your next chapter to be? Whatever your first, second, third, up to your 50th chapter, for example, whatever that's been, that doesn't mean that has to be the rest of your story. You can continue to create the story that you want to design. Now, humans are designed and wired for storytelling, right? Stories are what connect us. Your story is your greatest asset. And this is one of the things that I was taught. I heard and I thought, yes, this is so powerful. Make your mess your message. So many of us have been through stuff, but we've kept it quiet. We've stayed silent. And because we're silent, because of shame, because of fear, of hurt, whatever it might be, then others don't learn. Now with social media, so many more people are brave enough to come out and tell their story. And through doing that, the entire world is becoming more knowledgeable on these things. This is how we create change. This is how we can create small change, big change, ripple effect. It all starts with you and it all starts with your story. Think about me for a minute, my story. If you guys are just jumping on live, make sure you give me a 1 in the comments to let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching the replay, please give me #replay so I can thank you for watching. And I would love to know what you get out of this live video. If anything, if you get a bingo moment, put the little light bulb emoji. I appreciate your comments and I appreciate your love. And if you feel like this might help someone, then please do feel free to share it. But as I said, make your mess your message. Sharing your story. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Okay. Your story is your greatest asset. Make your mess your message. The ripple effect. Right. Okay. So, I just had to rewind. So imagine if I didn't share my story of, how my ex-husband killed my son, and you know I've had to go through the court, I've had to go through the parole process, not me, but you know, fighting that, and how I've managed to rebuild my life. Imagine that young woman out there that is maybe in one of these relationships and she's thinking there's no way out, there's no point in leaving because I'll never be able to live my life. If I can be an example, and I can be an example by telling my story, that could save someone's life. That is how powerful your story can be. Now, not everyone has a big trauma or a big dramatic life-changing event happen, but you have some knowledge and you have some skill and truths that you can share that will just change someone's perception and reality a little bit to make them think about things differently, and they could just, that little snippet could change their life and put their life on a whole new trajectory. That is how powerful your story is. The important thing about telling your story is, especially when it's trauma, when it's hurt, when there's anger and all the bad feelings in it, so often we're scared of telling our story because we're still in it. We're still hiding in our story. And I heard this phrase once, which is so, so powerful, and I hope this helps you. Stand on your story, not in your story. So your story is your base, is your foundation. Stand on it. Be above it. And that is your foundation. That is what you have learnt. That is not who you are. That is your past. Your past does not define you. You can be whatever you wish to be. So stand on your story, not in it. When you're in it, it hurts. When you're in it, you can't heal. Right? Does this make sense to you? And women sharing their stories, we should have a voice. We have a voice. We matter, as I said. Others need to know, other women need to know they're not alone. That is the most important thing, because I felt so alone in that circumstance. And there have been many times, a few times I've shared my loss on my Facebook page or something like that, and some people will comment. And then I've found, because they haven't shared their story, their loss, because it hurts too much, they feel alone. Because I shared, they now feel less alone. They feel like they belong. They feel like they have a connection, and connection is everything. We know this, right? And from that, I've been able to feel not so alone as well. Having these connections, like knowing I'm not the only one that has had a loss of a child, has been a big thing. And, when it comes to my story, where I am now, really everything started to change when I started my weight loss journey. When I found the way to lose my weight. Like, I started my weight loss journey 20 plus years ago, ever since becoming a mum. Well, that'd be probably 30 years ago now. I need to catch up my figures, right? Yeah, I'm 50. So for 30 plus years now, I've actually been trying to lose weight. So when I actually found a way, and I was so excited about it, I just wanted to share this story, share my story, share the solution with others, so they didn't have to struggle. So many people, I have helped over 1,000 people over the last almost 7 years. And so many people are shy to share, want to hold their story to themselves because they're shy, because they're not confident. And this isn't just about, like, guys, go share your weight loss. It is, but that's not just it, right? People are scared, or people might judge them. But do you know what? You might save someone's life if you shared your story. I've had so many women come to me, and they have gone through the gastric surgery stuff because they thought that was the only solution for them. And they are in such terrible state now with their body, and it can't be undone. So had they known, and they've come to me now to lose weight, even though they've had the surgery. So it's not the be all end all. It's not a conversation on that. But it's about if they knew my story, if they knew this solution before that, could I have prevented that, operation for them, and all of the issues that have come with that? So I'm being selfish, you're being selfish. Let's be real. If you are not sharing your story, because there's someone out there listening today, maybe watching this live, that needs to know there is hope. There is a way that they can do things. My life changed the minute I shared my story. Do you know, it is so scary. I remember coming out on social media to share my story and ask for help when my first husband, was ex-husband at the time, is still my ex-husband, when my ex-husband was up for parole. And I was scared that he was going to get out. And I was scared to come on social media and say, this is what he did to our son, and I've been living with this, and now I need your help because he's going to be released on parole. I don't know why I was scared to do that, but I was. Everyone knew, not everyone, but everyone soon, a lot of people, more people found out. It went viral. We had over 50,000 people sign a petition to the government, and we held up his parole for 7 years. And then now he's out, but because of the effects, one, on social media, the power of social media, the power of telling my story and asking for help, everyone rallied around me. And because of that, I will always give back to my community. Even before that, I was, giving back where I could. But I have been able to heal through, one, my storytelling, trying to help others. And it's not about me trying to heal. It's about you that needs to know this message. So that was a big trauma thing that I went through, that I survived. I've been able to continue improving my life, and it's only because I've been open to opportunities. I've always come from a place of wanting to help others because, one, I know what it's like to be stuck, and I don't ever want to see someone stuck because they feel like there's no way out. I know what that's like. Oh, it hurts to think that someone could be there. Maybe you're watching it now and you're in a relationship, you're in a job, you're in an environment that is sucking the soul out of you. You have no voice, you have no independence. Then this might be for you, because there is a way out. I found a vehicle in this business. I started by putting myself first, by nourishing my body, following a simple system. I lost my 16 kilos, but after losing just 9, I went and shared my results. I shared my story with as many people as I could because I knew more people needed it. And guess what? I've been proven, right? Because I've helped over 1,000 people in almost 7 years. And there's more people out there. I see it every day on social media. And it's, man, I've got a job to do to educate people, to let people know there is a safer, healthier way to do things. That's weight loss. I've got a story when it comes to, sacking my boss. I have to be really careful how to say that because sometimes it sounds like sucking. Sacking, firing my boss. That's better. Okay. So my story of firing my boss, I was in real estate for 10 years and it was sucking the life out of me. I had no joy. I wasn't being rewarded, recognized or appreciated for all the things I was doing above and beyond my call of duty. And I was actually getting paid less than the admin girl. And then I found this system by sharing my health results, my weight loss results. Then I was playing with this. And then I realized this is an opportunity to create my life by design, to create the life I desire, to have more joy, to have more recognition, to have more appreciation, more love and fun and friends in my life. And money, yes. But what I always have been about serving others. And I need you to know there is a way. So if you're struggling with your health, you're struggling with your wealth, there is a way. If you are stuck in a place that is sucking the life out of you, there is a way to get out. And that is why I share my story. Because I know there's someone that needs to hear it. And if I do not show up, who am I helping today? If I do not show up and then shit happens to them, it's scary to think about. So if you're holding back because of fear, because of shame, stop making it about you and start making it about that person that needs to hear your message today. Because it's not about you, it's about the community. We as women need to use our voice. We need to share our stories. We need to Feel empowered, because guess what? You don't have to ask permission. You don't need to have permission to do it. You've always give yourself permission. You're in control of you. You do you, right? Others need to know they are not alone. It starts with you. You need to be the change. And telling stories will help create change and healing. And together, storytelling, so powerful. You think about, we are wired for storytelling. Movies, TV shows, books, all of this, storytelling. You're sitting around having a chat with your friends or your workmates, whatever. We're all storytelling. Little mini stories, big stories. It's all stories. So, stepping out of your story, step onto your story, share your message to inspire and empower other women and men, anybody, that person that is just like you, that needs to hear there is a way. Someone is waiting for you. Someone is waiting. So are you going to show up for them? Or are you going to be selfish and keep your story and your secrets to yourself? Because seriously, that's what it is. Let's be real. I'm straight up. Anyway, happy International Women's Day. I hope this has inspired you to maybe just step out, step up, and share your story. A little funny story for you today if you've been hanging around. Thank you so much for watching. I am a little bit red, a little bit of a sunburn today because it's a beautiful day. I did have a t-shirt on, and I didn't put, obviously, sunscreen there. I thought I did, but nowhere else. We went out on the yacht. Just a quick story for you. Went out on the yacht, beautiful day. Had lunch, went over to our secret beach, and because there's no one there but us, and had lunch, got on the boat, went ashore, had a swim. So the little dinghy, we mowed it ashore and popped the dinghy on the beach, and we go for a little walk up the beach. And as we turn and we start coming back, there's one of the big stink boats, like the big boats, going past, not close to us, but way out in the bay. But it wasn't long, and the waves were coming in, from their wake was coming into where we are at the beach. And so we're just sort of walking along the water, going back to the dinghy on the shore. And I'm thinking, like, the waves are coming in and sort of pushing me and lapping on the shore. And I'm thinking, oh, wonder if those waves will like push the dinghy. And I'm sort of watching the dinghy off in the distance, and next minute the dinghy's like off the shore and it's floating on the water. I look at Grant and I'm like, uh-oh, the boat. So it's like we had to run. When I say we had to run, that means I had to run, because he's not gonna run. I've got my bikini on and I'm running down the beach on the sand barefoot, running flat out, as flat out as I can go, barefoot in my bikini without getting black eyes. I'm running down the beach and it's going further and further out, and oh God. And it's pretty shallow, so I'm not going to have to swim. I could just probably run out. So I was like, I'm running. And I do not run. Walking the dog, that's my level of exercise. I'm running. The last time I ran was in the Sydney airport. I don't know why my camera is dropping down here. Just getting lower and lower on me. Last time I ran was Sydney airport when we came back from Thailand, and we're going to miss our flight. Both me and Grant ran through Sydney airport, ran through security, got bomb checked, everything. Anyway, that was the last time I ran. That was, I don't know when that was, almost a year ago. I'm not a runner. Oh, I'm gonna run. And I was like, there's rocks. That's an excuse just to stop and walk, and I'll walk through here. And I was like, I gotta run a bit more. And I ran and I went out into the water and I got the dinghy and I pulled it back up. I turned around. Grant's still walking. He never started running. Do you know what, Ebs? I was so thinking, when I'm running in my bikini and I'm full on, like, Baywatch Babe. I was Baywatch Babe running down the beach and I'm thinking, man, this is a Baywatch moment. If someone had a video, we could put this in slow-mo. That'd be awesome. This is random thoughts. Anyway, so yes, that's just a funny story. I got to the boat, pulled it ashore, Grant wanders up, all good. I sit down and have a drink of water and I puffed and I said, oh my God, I had to run. I said, now I understand, Grant, why you married someone almost 10 years younger than you. One, because like I'm passing down the motor and passing up the motor, doing the climbing up and all the stuff on the boat, doing the heavy lifting, so to speak, on the yacht, and I'm the one that has to run down the beach to get the boat. I said, now I see why you married someone younger, because he's too old. I was like, you need someone young and nimble like myself. Hey, I may be 50, but I certainly do not feel 50. And my intention is never to feel 50, always keep my physical age younger. Anyway, so at least you know, absolutely, I can run about 30 meters. I said, well, that was like a kilometer I just ran. And Grant's going, it's probably about 30 meters. I don't know about that. Might have been maybe 100 meters. Maybe, but it seems so long. Anyway, funny story. So, you know, message in that is to, when you have your dinghy, put it up further up on the beach. Okay, there's the lesson. To, when waves come in from boats, you can wash your boat out. Okay. And what's another lesson? You're probably lucky that you weren't there watching me run down the beach. That would not have been a pretty sight, but anyway, I did it. And sometimes you think you can't do things, but you can when push comes to shove. If you know, it's like, man, I can't run, but guess what? If your child's just run out in the middle of the road, you're running. So maybe that's the message. You can do whatever you need to do given the right circumstances. Just pulled that together. Anyway, so yes, I want to wish all of you women, beautiful women, Anne-Marie, Ebs, Lydia, Lisa, Mandeep, hello, lovely to see you, Denise and Rochelle. Hope you had a lovely, empowering International Women's Day. Women are the best. We are absolutely best. You know it. I know it. So just remember to go share your story to inspire and help other women and people out there that need to hear your message today. Stop holding it back. Stand on your story and share your message. That's it from me. Remember, be kind, be awesome, be the change you want to see in the world. Love you guys. Bye.